Imagine that your financial life is like a staircase. Every step you climb takes you to a higher place of peace and security. In the book Financial Freedom by Grant Sabatier, he explains that there are 7 of these steps or levels that we all go through at some point in life. From the beginning, when we rely on someone else for everything, to the point where we have so much money that we no longer need to work, these levels help us understand where we are and where we can go. But don't worry, I won't throw a bunch of complicated terms at you. I'll explain it in a way that anyone, even a child, could understand, but with the depth that will make sense to you who already has more life experience. Let's dive into this together. Do you remember when you were a child and had no worries about money? Everything you needed, your parents or guardians provided. Food, clothes, school, it was all there, and you only had to worry about your toys and friends. This is level 1 of our financial journey, dependency. At this stage, a person depends entirely on someone else to cover all the costs of their life. It's the most basic level where we have no income of our own, or if we do, it's so small that it can't even cover the simplest needs. We are literally dependent on another person, whether it's our parents, a partner, or any other source that supports us. Now, this level isn't just for children or teenagers. Many adults can find themselves at this stage as well. And here's where a common confusion comes in. You might still live with your parents and yet not be at this level. How is that possible? Well, if you already have an income, help with household expenses, buy your own things, and can minimally support yourself, you've moved beyond this phase of complete dependence. So, if you still rely entirely on someone else for everything, from paying the bills to buying that new t-shirt you really want, then you're at level 1. But don't worry, because we all start here. The good news is that you can always move up to the next step. Now that you understand this first level, tell me, do you think you're still here, or have you already moved up to the next? Let me know in the comments, let's talk about it. Now that we understand the first step, financial dependency, let's move on to the next. Level 2, survival. This is the reality for many people around the world. You've started earning your own income, which is progress, but it still feels like every month is a race against time to pay the bills. The money comes in but goes out so fast that you barely feel it in your account. This is living at the survival level. The difference here is that you're able to sustain yourself, but there's nothing left over. Your salary covers the basics, like rent, food, and transportation, and that's it. Nothing left to save, let alone invest. It's like running on a treadmill, working hard but getting nowhere. And here's the thing. A lot of people with considerable incomes, even those earning $5,000, $10,000 a month, can still be at this level. Sounds strange, right? But the fact is, without proper financial management, it doesn't matter how much you make. If everything you earn goes out as quickly as it comes in, you're stuck. In fact, statistics show that a large portion of the global population lives this way, spending what they earn without being able to save or plan for the long term. How do you know if you're at this stage? If your financial life consists of waiting for the next paycheck to cover basic expenses, without being able to build an emergency fund, then this is your level. The way out of this requires 2 important focuses: controlling your spending and seeking ways to increase your income. It's worth thinking about where you're spending more than necessary. Small changes in your financial behavior can make a big difference by the end of the month. But don't worry, because the next step is where things start to improve: financial stability. If you can adjust your habits now, you're on your way to a more peaceful future. Let's see how. Now that you understand what it means to live at level 2, the survival level, let's talk about level 3, financial stability. Here, things start to feel a bit easier and you can finally breathe a little more freely. The big difference at this stage is that you're no longer living paycheck to paycheck. It's not just about covering your bills. Now you have a certain level of control over your money. We've reached level 4, financial security, and this is where things really start to change. If at level 3 your finances were already balanced and you had an emergency fund for unforeseen events, now at level 4 the game gets even more interesting. This is the stage where you not only control your money, but it really starts working for you. So what does that mean? Basically, at the level of financial security, you've already built up enough assets to provide a solid base of income. Now, your investments are consistently generating income. They might, for example, cover part of your monthly expenses. It's possible that your investment returns don't cover everything you spend yet, but they're already helping a lot, reducing the pressure on your paycheck. What does this mean in practice? Imagine that half of your income already comes from your investments. You don't have to worry as much about your job or active income because, even if something happens, you still have a flow of income coming from your investments. It's like having a financial safety net that protects you. But there's more. Even though you're in a much more comfortable position, People at this level continue working and seeking to grow their wealth. After all, who wouldn't want to keep growing, right? The focus here is to continue making smart contributions, reinvesting earnings, and increasing that income stream. And the secret is simple: live below your means. Even if you're earning well from your investments, it's important to maintain a lifestyle that allows you to keep saving and investing. At this level, unforeseen events or obstacles that used to financially scare you don't have as much impact anymore. You've built up a reserve of resources that protects you from these bumps. And even better, you can enjoy life more, indulge in a few luxuries without compromising your financial stability. Just be careful not to let your ego and the desire to show off get in the way and end up jeopardizing everything you've built. Now tell me, have you reached this level of financial security yet? Was it easy or challenging? Leave a comment sharing your journey to level 4 and what you did to achieve that peace of mind. I'm curious to hear your tips and strategies. Let's exchange ideas. At level 3, people are already able to cover their basic expenses and still have a little left at the end of the month. This little extra allows for something very important: the ability to start saving. Besides paying all the bills without a headache, you begin to build an emergency fund. That financial cushion that gives you security in case of unexpected events. Ideally, this fund should cover 3 to 6 months of your living costs. So, if your monthly expenses are $3,000 for example, you'd have saved between $9,000 and $18,000 for emergencies. And it doesn't stop there. At this stage, you can start making plans that once seemed impossible. Want to take a vacation once a year? Yes, it's possible as long as it's planned and doesn't compromise your financial progress. The feeling here is one of financial peace, because you have control over your money and it no longer controls you. But it's worth noting that even at level 3, some people may still have some debts, like a mortgage for example. The big difference is that, with proper planning, these debts are under control and don't keep you up at night. You can maintain a balance between paying your bills, saving, and even achieving small dreams. So, do you feel like you're approaching this level? So, congratulations. But if you're still a little short, know that with discipline and adjustments to your budget, you can get there. Now, if you've already achieved this stability, you're on the right path to the next step: financial security. Want to know what that means? Let's talk about it next. We've arrived at level 4, financial security, and this is where things really start to change. If at level 3 your finances were already balanced, and you had an emergency fund for unforeseen events, now at level 4 the game gets even more interesting. This is the stage where you not only control your money, but it really starts working for you. So what does that mean? Basically, at the level of financial security, you've built up enough assets to provide a solid base of income. Now, your investments are generating consistent income. They might, for example, cover part of your monthly expenses. Your investment returns may not cover all your expenses yet, but they help significantly, reducing the pressure on your paycheck. And what does that mean in practice? Imagine that half of your income already comes from your investments. You no longer need to worry so much about your job or active income, because even if something happens, you still have a stream of income from your investments. It's like having a financial safety net that protects you. But there's more. Despite being in a much more comfortable position, people at this level continue working and looking to grow their wealth. After all, who doesn't want to keep growing, right? The focus here is on continuing to make smart contributions, reinvesting your earnings, and further increasing your income stream. And the secret is simple: live below your means. Even if your investments generate good returns, it's important to maintain a lifestyle that allows you to keep saving and investing. At this level, unforeseen events or obstacles that used to financially scare you don't have much impact anymore. You've built up a stockpile of resources that protects you from these bumps. And what's more, you can enjoy life more, indulge in a few luxuries without compromising your financial stability. Just be careful not to let ego and the desire to show off get in the way and end up jeopardizing everything you've built. Now tell me, have you reached this level of financial security? Was it easy or challenging? Leave a comment sharing your journey to level 4 and what you did to achieve this peace of mind. I'm curious to hear your tips and strategies. Let's exchange ideas. Are you enjoying this content? Before we move on to the next level, hit the like button and subscribe to help our channel grow and bring you more valuable content like this. It's quick and won't cost you a thing. Without further delay, let's continue. Now that we've talked about financial security, let's climb one more step toward the highly sought after level 5, financial independence. This is the point where many people dream of arriving, and I'm sure if you're working to improve your financial life, this level has crossed your mind. At the level of financial independence, you finally achieve the freedom that many only dream of. Here you could retire if you wanted to. What? because your investments already generate enough income to cover all your living expenses. That's right, you no longer need to work to pay the bills. Your financial assets do that for you. So, what's the difference between level 4 and level 5? The big difference is that, at the level of financial security, your investments covered only part of your expenses. Now, at level 5 they cover everything. This means that, if you wanted to stop working, you could. Of course, many people who reach this level still choose to keep working, but now it's for passion or to maintain a routine, not because they need the paycheck to live. With this independence, you also gain much more flexibility with your time. You can travel whenever you want, work on what you really love, and even visit more sophisticated places without worrying so much about the price. Your house is paid off, you no longer have debts, and you still have the ability to invest in yourself, your experiences, and your pleasures. But pay attention. Reaching financial independence doesn't mean you can lose control. Even with this steady flow of income, it's important to stay grounded. Many people get here and, because of their ego, start spending recklessly, thinking the money is endless. This is the biggest mistake you can make. Those who achieve financial independence need to be careful not to be overtaken by the desire to show off or get caught in the status game, as this can jeopardize everything that was built with so much effort. So, if you're close to or have already reached this level, the advice is, stay focused. Keep managing your finances wisely, enjoy the benefits of your freedom, but without losing balance. And now, has anyone here reached this level? Have you achieved financial independence or are you on your way there? If so, share it in the comments. How was your journey to get here? What were the biggest challenges you faced in reaching this level? I'd love to hear your story and your tips. If you thought financial independence was the pinnacle, get ready to learn about level 6, financial freedom. This is one of the rarest stages to reach, where only a small fraction of people ever arrive. And if you've made it this far or are getting close, congratulations. Let's talk about what it means to have financial freedom. Finally, we've arrived at the top of the financial ladder. Level 7, financial abundance. This is the rarest level, and to be honest, very few people in the world make it here. We're talking about a stage that goes beyond all expectations. It's the place where money is no longer a concern because you have more than you will ever need. At this level, we're no longer talking about living well or having the freedom to do whatever you want. In level 7, financial abundance is so vast that you can buy whatever you want, whenever you want, without even thinking about the costs. We're talking about magnates, billionaires, global celebrities, people whose wealth is so immense that they don't even care about the price of things anymore. Think of big entrepreneurs, owners of multiple multimillion-dollar companies, people who created innovations that changed the world. These are the people living at this level. Here, money is no longer something you need to manage. It flows so constantly and in such volume that the question becomes more about what you want to do with your life now that all your financial needs are met forever. What's interesting is that reaching this level isn't just about knowing how to invest or living a financially disciplined life. Most of the people who reach level 7 have made a major impact on the world. These are individuals who have transformed industries, created innovative products or services, influenced millions of lives, or built massive business empires. To be honest, we're talking about less than 1% of the global population who make it to this point. At this stage, the challenge is no longer about accumulating wealth, it's about finding purpose. Because once all your material needs are met, what truly matters? Many at this level begin investing in social causes, creating charitable foundations, or supporting global impact projects. They start looking at the world with the perspective of, what can I do to leave a legacy? But remember, financial abundance comes with great responsibility. It's easy, even for billionaires, to get caught up in an extravagant lifestyle and eventually lose control. The discipline you developed in the earlier levels remains essential here. After all, no matter how large your fortune is, it's always possible to make poor decisions that lead to a loss of wealth. And that's it, folks. We've reached the end of our journey through the 7 levels of wealth. Now that you know what it takes to reach each of these steps, the question is, which level are you on right now? No matter your answer, the most important thing to remember is that knowledge without action won't take you anywhere. So, don't let this content be just another video you watched. Use what you've learned here to transform your financial life. If you realize that you're at the lower levels, don't despair. Everyone starts somewhere. The key is to be clear about your steps and focus on small, daily changes. Start by controlling your spending, saving a little each month, and always look for ways to increase your income. Remember, every small step brings you closer to the top. Now, if you're further along the ladder, at the level of stability or even financial security, the game here is to stay focused and not let comfort stop you from evolving. Even at level 5, 6, or even 7, there are always new opportunities and ways to expand your horizons. Financial independence isn't the end of the road. It's just the beginning of a life with more freedom, time, and purpose. But here's a crucial tip: stay alert. No matter what level you're on, control and discipline are your best friends. Financial success can offer you many possibilities, but without focus, you could quickly lose control. Continue managing your finances wisely, investing consciously, and most importantly, don't let your ego trick you into a desire to show off. The key is to keep your feet on the ground and your vision fixed on the future. So, I challenge you to take action right now. Take a look at your finances, get organized, and start thinking about your next step. And of course, don't miss the upcoming tips here on the channel, because our journey together doesn't end here. There's still so much more to learn and achieve. If you enjoyed this content and are ready to climb another step, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. That way you'll stay up to date with all the latest tips to keep improving your financial life. And who knows, by the next video you might already be closer to the top. Until next time. And remember, your financial future is in your hands.